Going, guys. Andrew here.
And Caleb.
And Matt.
Welcome to a very hot LCR podcast.
My shirt will most likely come off at some point again.
Gonna be if they don't fix the air like they did last year. The Lights Camera Reaction podcast episode
70.
Yes.
How do you forget the last
How do you
Honest, that's why I'm sad, because it's not 69 anymore, but we're one step closer to 420.
Oh my gosh.
One step closer.
Yeah, guys, it's officially hot Atlanta weather, and our AC broke. I'm pretty sure like yesterday or like the day before, and it's 82 degrees inside our apartment right now. So it's going to be a nice, sweet, short podcast.
It dips down the next few days, then hopefully it's fixed by Friday before it gets to 81 degrees.
Even though 82 degrees is like not comfortable whatsoever.
Well, it's not that bad, but like it kind of bakes inside. Like inside just gets hotter than outside.
It's really bad when you have two TVs and two PlayStations going in this room.
And God forbid somebody wants to use the stove or the oven.
Yeah.
So I'll just crank it even more.
That's why I just bought food today. I was like, I don't want to cook anything.
My diet's going to be ice cubes and popsicles.
Honestly, I had like 2 popsicles already today. Probably going to have a third.
And then I had a popsicle, and I missed.
Glad I bought some TV dinners.
You know, at this point, you just might as well eat them out of the box.
Cool you down.
Cool you down.
No, thanks. I still get cringy whenever I have to like stir the potatoes. And it's like I'm like, no, I don't want to think about eating icy potatoes.
Were you guys fans of what was the penguin?
Kid Cuisine.
Kid Cuisine.
Yeah, no, not really.
By the age of 8, I was like, this is not enough. And my mom's like, okay, I'll get you a Hungry Man next time.
Hungry Man.
This isn't enough.
Do they still make those?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Cool. They're not out of business.
I thought about getting apple juice the other day.
Why didn't you?
I forgot.
Oh.
I saw it when I was on a delivery, and I was like, oh, yeah, I could really go for some fucking apple juice.
That's what I did when I was doing Uber Eats last week. Somebody got Firehouse subs, and I was like, fuck, I want Firehouse subs. That's what I got today.
Apple juice, Firehouse subs. Where's the connection?
You also went from frozen dinners to apple juice.
So, anyways,
Talking about kid stuff.
I got some miscellaneous news.
Boy, I will be drinking apple juice till I'm 80 years old. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people do.
No.
No,
Apple
prune
cider?
juice. That's it.
No.
Just juice in general.
No?
No.
Not apple juice?
No.
Not
No.
prune
You know
juice?
Oh,
what?
it's already coming off.
Oh, God.
Just kidding, guys.
Let's throw down.
This is
You
the
and me right now.
LCR Podcast 69 Part 2.
Really fucking slimy. I'm like a
Ooh,
fucking...
there goes some wind.
Come in here.
Please.
I don't like doing a podcast when there's something staring at me the whole time.
Well, like I said, I just got some small little pieces of news, and then the big one itself that dropped a few days ago about Snyder's Justice League. So we got some stuff to talk about that.
Spoiler.
My hands are greasy.
But to start it off, guys, as of this podcast,
And
it is
ladies.
the 25th.
And whoever else likes to identify by whatever, because we don't discriminate.
Disney Plus is finally making the first 19 seasons of The Simpsons before they became HD in their correct ratio. It's almost been half a year since it launched.
So can you actually talk about news that...
Oh, my God.
Well, how does that...
Well, hang on, back up, though. Didn't you, like, watch all The Simpsons already?
No,
Andrew's closet exploded. Let him have a win.
My win's coming up.
It didn't explode.
Might as well have.
It collapsed under the sheer weight of his genius.
I've watched like the first 4 seasons.
That's it?
Yeah.
Good God, there's so much fucking Simpsons.
Yeah.
Right.
Each season's like 23 episodes. But yeah, that's kind of why I stopped. So I'm glad it's coming back to its ratio. Comes out in like 3 or 4 days. Who knows? They might just lie. So does anybody watch Batwoman, the CW show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because we totally have cable.
Yes. Well, the actress has left.
Right.
Oh no.
Right.
Yeah, are we all devastated?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You liked her. You liked Ruby.
Who? Ruby Rose?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Ruby Rose.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Was it
She
really?
was Batwoman.
I don't know anything about this show.
And
Well,
she had a wig and used it
yeah.
half the time.
and she's gone already. So, and CW's like, well, bye. We'll just recast somebody else.
That just shows how much they care about the show.
Hold on. So I thought it was just like the whole Ben Affleck thing. Like, oh, you didn't commit enough. She got injured and almost paralyzed on set, and another PA actually got paralyzed on set.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring
Okay.
up. Is that it was like they're trying to cover it up, saying that it's not because of the injuries, but Ruby's like, nah, like I don't want to do this anymore. Also, she got so much fucking hate when she first signed on, so I can feel that.
Bro, it's a show. What kind of fucking stunts are you doing?
Right?
It's not just it's the CW show.
That too. It's just like if I could sign on for a CW show, I'm like, okay, cool. But if they're like, okay, we want you to jump out of that building that's 3 stories tall, do 5 backflips, and then land on top of this car without breaking anything, I'm be like, do I have suspensions or ropes? Nope, we're all doing this in one take.
Like, it's one thing when you're Tom Cruise and you're trained in this stuff and also you're willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, like, the level of, like, do we not have a budget for the stunt person, for and
That's
all
the
that
CW.
stuff?
They put all their budget to fucking shitty graphics.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Where's the union get involved?
Like, I could not,
It shocked this was under wraps for a long time.
yeah.
Like, I feel like this would have been like breaking news. 'Cause
I just, personally, I can't watch a CW show like The Flash. I feel like I could watch The Arrow because it's not as ridiculous, but like The Flash or like Doom Patrol or whatever it is, or
whoa,
not Doom Patrol, fucking, I don't know, fucking anything else. Anything CW related, it's just like fucking stupid.
What else do they have besides Arrow and the Flash? Well, that's just
Legends
the
of
Supergirl.
Tomorrow, Supergirl.
And Stargirl just started.
Yes.
Does anybody watch that?
Yes.
Yes.
'Cause
we have cable.
I have cable.
Yeah,
exactly.
cable.
This guy's catching on.
And for some reason, the Thing, like the Swamp Thing TV show that was only 1 season long, is going on the CW, even though it was only 1 season. So, okay. It's also going to be on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure, which comes out in like 3 days as well. So.
Oh, that's right. That's what comes out soon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is HBO Max getting all CW shows?
I mean, it's all DC stuff,
Right.
so I assume. I think
Yes,
DC
finally.
is just merging.
We can binge them. Binge them all.
No, just Doom Patrol. And maybe the Teen Titans live action
Isn't
show.
Arrow good?
David really likes
It's been
it.
going
Yeah.
on forever.
Well, it just ended. I think this was its last season. So yeah, it's still going on forever. But David said there's like 2 or 3 seasons that are like fucking awful. But
We all got it.
yeah. Here we go. Tom Hanks movie, Greyhound. You guys remember that?
Yeah, with the battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't going to theaters anymore. Apple TV picked it up. There is no release date yet, but it's going to be on Apple TV. Maybe the same
okay.
time it's coming out on.
So nobody's gonna watch it.
Pretty much.
Do you guys remember that shot where they bank the submarine and the torpedo goes?
Boop. Honestly, I think I only watched the trailer once.
Yeah.
And maybe I feel like I'm just imagining that happening in my head, and that's probably not what it looks like in the trailer. So no, I'm just gonna say that I don't remember
It
that.
looks kind of cool. I just want to know if that's possible.
I think so. Like if
It's just metal hitting metal.
yeah, it's kind of like grazing a bullet.
It
Kind of
needs like a certain pressure, like
to impact it.
I don't know, leverage.
Yeah, just what he made.
You guys ever just like think about how scary submarines are? You can't see.
Would you go in a submarine?
No.
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 I mean, especially like, cause like me, like when I was at my parents' house before I moved down here, we all went to the Museum of Natural History, and they had like an actual live, or not like a live, but like a legitimate submarine from World War II.
Oh, okay.
And like we got to go in there and take a tour of it and everything. Super cramped. They didn't change bed sheets, bed rolls. You only got like one change of clothes. It got ridiculously hot in there, like hotter than like it is right here, like at least by another like 20, 40 degrees.
Which is so weird because you're in freezing cold water.
But to think of the machinery that powers it all.
So it's crazy to think like how even having external pressure like that, it doesn't even.
But it's also just like when they were like trying to avoid like detection, like if you weren't an essential personnel at the moment, like if you weren't, like if you didn't have a job, you were just told to go to bed and just sleep, because otherwise you would be just, you know,
standing there in their people's way.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're a loud sleeper, so like, nah, he can't go on a submarine. Put him on the boat. Just put him on the boat.
Honestly, the thing like I could never deal with is just the heat and then not being able to change clothes. Like just to be able to fucking having to sweat in the same fucking pair of underpants for
how many
straight.
like days would they be under?
Probably a few days, like multiple
At
days.
least.
Probably like weeks. I can't, they probably told me, but I forgot. But I mean, honestly, it was a really cool experience. If you're in Chicago, go check it out. But yeah,
Chicago.
James Cameron, you listening?
you're just like I'm just gonna build my own submarine
Again. Instead of making Avatar 2.
There's been a lot of pictures coming out of Avatar 2. But will the movie come out? Who knows? You good?
What the fuck
was that like a vomit?
Yeah. I just casually.
Yeah, I thought it was like a fucking furball or something.
No.
Like,
Don't release Avatar 2.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is kind of interesting. In this perspective of, I wonder how Disney Plus is going to change now. The CEO that, you know, launched Disney Plus and was working for it till like a few days ago left
That is fair.
to become the CEO of TikTok. So I don't know what he's going to do with that, and I don't know what Disney Plus is going
TikTok
to
streaming service on your television.
Just imagine a bunch of old people trying to dance now from their TV.
But yeah, so I wonder, like, what is a CEO's job for a streaming service? Like,
They just kind of just basically make money.
right? That's why, like, I'm like, what the fuck do you even do? Like, are you the one that like is the final say yes or no to like if something wants to get on the service?
Right.
And if that's the case, if they get somebody else, then like they can like try to get some more stuff on Disney Plus. That'd be cool. Like House of Mouse.
So how did that go
please.
about? Did they leave Disney Plus and got hired by TikTok, or does like who owns TikTok?
I have no idea. They didn't say like if somebody stepped down from TikTok, but the dude, yeah, he departed. He like just left. He's like, bye Disney Plus. I'm gonna go become the CEO of TikTok. So I don't really know what TikTok was doing.
Maybe they gave him an offer.
Also,
or
if you haven't downloaded TikTok yet because you're saying that it's too childish or whatever, congratulations. You have a PhD in maturity, which no one fucking cares about. So just shut the fuck up and download TikTok because it's fucking funny.
Apparently, there's also this thing about like it's owned by China and they're using your information.
Yeah, I've heard that too. That's bullshit. I mean, it probably is. It's fucking China. By me looking into the camera and saying, hi, China, they probably know that already. They probably, before we even post this, they're listening.
But that's what happens when you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast too much. You're just like,
I'll just never get over like a year or two ago the TikTok ads. They were so bad on YouTube.
oh yeah.
It was just like people reacting to people singing, and I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Thank God the Musically thing is.
When it was Musically, it was just like, okay, this is.
It got more popular, funnier people got on, and this kids' content got desaturated.
Yeah.
Now does this mean that we're going to get an influx of Disney content on TikTok?
Probably. Well, no.
What if that Star Wars girl gets in cahoots with Disney? We're like, hey,
I want to say, what if Disney buys TikTok?
That's probably like in the works. like what if that isn't insurgent now? It's like, you left us, but like you're still working for us technically. So now
Honestly,
do what
probably.
we want you to do.
Disney's just gonna own everything.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
That's the
TikTok
that's
is like one of the biggest social media platforms now.
So sadly, Nicholas Hoult, Beast from the X-Men Origin movies and like Mad Max Fury Road, had to drop out of the villain role for the Mission Impossible 7 and 8 due to conflict difficulties because of, Corona pushing everything back. So
I was like falling in line with another thing.
yeah, a moment of silence. I couldn't find if they found another actor yet, but that is all I found. So no Nicholas Hoult. I assume he must have not filmed anything yet.
Right.
Or if he did, it was very like little, and it's not that big of a loss.
I wonder what he's already like got.
Right?
Like,
it's not like he's
contractually obligated with.
unless like Disney's secretly just gonna bring the X-Men into Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Who is the Beast before him?
Oh gosh, some old dude for like one movie.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember him, but he He voices Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons. So there's that. Shit, I was gonna say something else though about that. Oh, I was thinking maybe. No, I guess not. Never mind. Because
dang it, what was it called? What was the zombie movie he was in?
oh, Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies 2.
Well, I was gonna say he might be in the prequel for the Mad Max, like the
With
Furiosa. Yeah, but maybe his character's like kind of like just like a pawn, pretty much. So I don't know if he'd be in that. This is an interesting premise for a movie. Good, Bad, and Undead. It's a vampire film starring Peter Dinklage and Jason Momoa.
Oh my god.
Okay, hear me out. Peter Dinklage is a very old Van Helsing.
Oh yeah.
And Jason Momoa is a vampire who decides he's not going to kill anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
That'd be a big, cuddly Samoan vampire.
Yeah, so that was just kind of like the little synopsis that they've given so far. Not really a plot, but just more of like a preference of what it's going to be. A very old midget version of Van Helsing.
Bro, how great is Van Helsing?
Oh,
The Hugh Jackman movie?
underrated.
Seen it.
So
What?
I own it. It's so fucking good.
Bro.
Is that mid
Definitely.
2000s?
Yeah.
I think it's like early 2000s.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh, he's
Got
got
like long hair.
Yeah, Kate
Yeah.
Beckinsale's in. Is it Kate Beckinsale?
I think it's Kate Beckinsale.
The underground chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
There's a scene where she like straddles him, and like when I was a kid, I was like, okay, but now I'm just like, fuck it, you bastard.
It's a really good movie. I like it a lot. I was trying to think. Whoever plays Dracula is famous, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So never mind. But yeah, so that movie, it's kind of playing off like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but now it's and the Undead, which doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But it'll probably be like a horror comedy that will come out like next year because nothing else is going to come out this year.
I'm kind of sad Tyrion and Khal Drogo never interacted.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
I could.
I don't know how it would go.
Right?
Yeah,
I think you just eat him.
pretty much. I think this week, when I read it, the California governor is going to try to open up film and TV productions, like starting this week in California. Woo! So that's pretty much going to start tomorrow because we're filming this on Memorial Day, so everybody has it off. But tomorrow, if it goes well, hopefully, which does tie into the next thing I was going to bring up is that Caleb and I were talking about this earlier. Jason Blumhouse, pitched a idea for a very low budget horror film to take place on the Universal lot in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. The budget is $6.5 million. The cast and crew is going to be living on the fake set. Do you know the fake set in Hollywood, Universal like Studios area? We didn't really see it, but do you know that that's like a thing? No. So like, have you seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Okay. So like like the town they live in?
Yeah.
Like that's the Universal Studio lot.
Okay.
So like that's just a lot. It's just like buildings and like a city hall and just street.
It's been like, I don't know, ever since like since like 7th grade. So it's like that I've been to Universal. So I don't remember shit.
But it's pretty much just like it's supposed to look like a city, so then you don't have to shut down a city to film in it.
Right.
So he just had the idea. He's like, yo, let's just make a film during this lockdown. So I haven't heard any news, especially since now the governor's trying to open up film productions. I don't know if they're still going to try to do it.
Right.
But yeah, it would be like a skeleton crew. They all would live in a hotel on the lot of Universal, and then they would just film on the Universal lot.
What was the budget of Invisible Man? Was it $8 million or $3 million?
It was probably $8 million.
$8 million.
Yeah.
Interesting what they'll do with 6.5.
Right? It pretty much always goes to the actors, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. Michael Mann, the director of Heat, right there, he's writing a prequel to the movie, and I was like, okay.
Preheat.
There you go.
God damn it.
And I'll be honest, we watched this movie a few years back. I don't remember a thing about it. Dude,
I remember like the opening scene, and that's just because I was watching it, and I was like, oh, hey, this is a fucking scene from GTA 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like
they
they
use
pay homage or whatever.
yeah, like they use like a garbage truck to block like an armored van, and like when the armored van is stopped,
Shit. Now I'm not remembering the scene.
the fucking tow truck just comes in and just
Yeah.
completely smashes the dude. Yeah.
I definitely want to watch it again. I just think like it's a long movie, and I don't think we were ready for that.
I don't think we were just paying attention.
Yeah.
Either. I don't think we. I think we were expecting something actiony, and like it kind of started off actiony, but then like
It became
tapered
more of a
off.
drama.
Yeah.
And with what's his name?
Danny DeVito,
No,
Robert Klein,
no,
John McClane,
no,
Mark
John Wayne
Wahlberg.
Gacy,
no. He
Tom
Robert
Holland.
Duvall.
Iceman. He was a Batman.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
Um,
that was a good one. Oh my God, what's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Val Kilmer. Holy
Kilmer.
shit!
That's what I was gonna say.
Because doesn't he get like? He's very like.
Oh, he gets his face taken off.
No.
Face Off.
Close.
Nicolas Cage.
Con Air. That's what we're thinking of.
Dude, I need to see
What
Face
the
Off.
hell just
I
happened?
thought you were about to say like I need to see Con Air. I was like, we'll be back in a little bit.
I do need to see Connor.
What?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god.
One of
Do
the
you own
best
it?
Nicolas Cage
No,
movies of all time.
I
Well, we should see if it's on a streaming service somewhere. We should watch it.
Jim Belushi. Not Belushi, Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Not even Jim. He steps off the
Belushi
plane with his
every
little
time.
fucking like crown haircut and his mullet just.
Yeah, I really don't know anything about that movie.
What has Jim Belushi been up to?
It's a great movie. It definitely feels like a 2000s movie, but it's just.
Is it? No, it's not Michael Bay.
It might be. It's very orange. I don't know.
Everything is saturated. Caleb's looking up stuff for that. While he's doing
Simon
that,
West.
the
Simon
director,
Pegg.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg, Star Trek.
Sean's not dead. Wait, Sean's no. Hang on.
Shaun
did.
of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Sean's not dead.
Hot Fuzz. There we go.
Tomb Raider, The Mechanic. That's probably his better movies.
I haven't seen The Mechanic.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Stolen, another Nicolas Cage
Oh, is
movie.
that the Liam Neeson one?
Is that Liam Neeson? Or is that Jason
Walk on the
Statham?
Tombstones. That's what we're thinking of.
That's a good one.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
This man is unhinged.
Expendables 2.
Expendables 2. Man, are we ever going to get a fourth one? No.
It's gonna be rated PG. they just keep going
G.
down.
God, that was a bad way to go out. Scream 5 is in production, which is really cool. And why do you keep doing that?
Timecodes.
I thought he was just marking like really funny stuff that I've been saying.
That's got a good one here.
But yeah, Scream 5 is in development, and a lot of people are talking about coming back. And the most recent person to say
Is Courtney
that,
Cox's haircut talking about coming back?
David Arquette though is confirmed to come back, and maybe he'll come back with his
Oh
mustache.
fuck, he's the guy that won American Idol, right?
You need to
Gotta
stop.
leave the light on when I'm gone.
Something.
Something about turning the light on when I'm
That's
gone.
David Cook, guys.
David Cook?
What is this?
Employee of the month.
David Archuleta. That's who we're thinking of. Thank you and good night.
But he's coming back as Dewey. So I guess spoilers for the 3 films we haven't seen. Sounds like he lives through all of them.
Or they pull a Palpatine.
God. I will always remind Jacob and David how much I hate that movie. It is so bad. Anyways, enough of that. Adam Sandler has announced his next Netflix film. But I don't think, maybe. You guys remember when he said if he doesn't get nominated for an Academy Award, he's going to make the worst movie ever?
Oh, thank
no.
God.
Well, he didn't, so he's going to make the worst movie ever. I don't know if this is it, though. He's teaming up with LeBron James. It's called Hustle. It's going to be a basketball film on Netflix.
God damn it. I thought it was going to be Jack and Jill 2.
That'd be great.
Jack and Jill was good. The fuck you talking about?
Was it?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I'm like, I think that movie's awful. That's where the cappuccino is, right? That movie?
Hoo-wah!
That's
Al Pacino. That's who we're thinking of.
Yes.
Matt, you're on a roll.
Thank you.
Call you butter.
But yeah, so that's
You're on a roll? I want some rolls.
ooh, cinnamon rolls.
Texas Roadhouse?
Yes.
Cinnamon butter?
Where is the nearest one?
Texas?
Damn it! Probably next to a house.
Probably next to a house.
On a road.
On a road. Roadhouse. So there was going to be another Purge called the Forever Purge. Is that the fourth one in the series?
No, it's the seventh one.
Okay.
Basically.
Well,
Pretty sure
it is delayed indefinitely.
Oh,
so,
no.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen
Can we just call it delayed permanently?
I haven't seen any of them, so
Any of them?
no.
the first one was good because it was like, oh, this is new.
Yeah.
But then it was just like, do you want to see it? Do you care to see it?
No.
Okay, well, then spoilers for anybody else who wants to see it. Basically, they finally break into the house, and then within like literally 10 minutes, everybody's dead. And you're just like, that went by really fast.
Isn't there something funny at the end where they capture one of the chicks and the wife has had it? And she just smacks her on the side of the head when she's talking with a bat.
I think
I
so.
remember like that being a comedic beat for some reason.
I heard like the biggest complaint of the first one is that they had a really cool concept about the Purge, but then it just became like a home invasion movie, and they didn't really explore like the streets, which is like what the other ones do.
Yeah, the second
Yeah.
one definitely took more to the streets. The third one I haven't seen, but
That's the election year, right?
yes.
So
this
this
the
is
one
the
with
fourth,
crossbones
yeah.
in it, or is that the second
No,
one?
that's the second one.
Yeah.
That one was alright.
It was fun. It was more, it was still horror-y, but it was still more like action
The
oriented.
semi truck that had the minigun in the back.
Yeah, that was, and like the fucking like kill squads that just went through
It
everything.
kind of reminds you of like Arkham.
Yeah.
Just
Isn't
like rage. in the
Ethan
streets.
Hawke's in the first one, right?
Yeah.
He's like the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Is
he's
he-
the
I
one,
was thinking it was Kevin Bacon.
You thought it was Kevin Bacon?
he's the
They
one that
look the
like,
same.
he was like the president of a company or like the inventor of like
He's like a
these
security
security
company.
doors.
So that was
So,
the irony.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his fucking son like lets the dude in or whatever. Or like that's like what the trailer
Weren't
is.
his like it was his neighbors, right? Because they thought
His,
he was
his
hot
neighbors
shit.
were definitely in on it.
Yeah.
Because I remember they, at the end, just like, were like,
Like they're just fed up with his shit.
yeah. But I can't remember like if they like how they died after that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that.
I know that they captured him at the end, and it was daylight. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they died somehow.
Right?
I can't remember.
Let's just binge the Purge.
Nah, I'm good.
Purge the Purge.
I'll just watch like the highlights. On Stars, they're getting a new TV series
Monstars?
called The Continental, which is going to be a origin on some of the characters in the John Wick universe.
Haven't we heard about this? Wasn't
Kind
or
of.
were like were these like just heavily rumored? I feel like we've heard about like how they were gonna get a show called The Continental.
Yeah, I guess maybe this is more confirmed, or more the fact that like maybe they found like the studio, kind of like the company that's gonna pick it up. Yes.
So for sure, the concierge guy. And whatever Blackbeard's name was.
Yeah.
Who else?
The
The bartender?
Because I know we're getting
That guy
a.
was fun.
At least there's a rumor of the movie that we're getting with the ballerinas, right? Whatever. What was that?
Baba Yaga
No,
lady?
that's what. Yeah, Mama Baba.
Mama.
Baba.
There it is.
We're supposed to get a movie about them, but this, yeah, I guess this is a show about the Continental and like the origin of just characters. And I guess, yeah, like you think about it, there's like not that many that they could do.
It would be interesting though, because like you could obviously just, I mean, you could easily just do like an episode per character. Like they just walk in and they just sit down in the bed and they're just like, ugh, and they just like think about like the mission that they just went through.
I guess it would be fun to, yeah, just to see some.
Like every episode is just titled "The Butcher,"
The
or like
Butcher?
you know, just like what their like little code name is or whatever.
I think the writers are listening to this and they're like, shit! He's on to
Yo,
us.
hire me on.
Hire me on. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has officially. No, let me just rephrase that. Is going to start production
Galaxy of the Guardians 4,
February 1st of next year.
21st of February.
The ATL. Guys. Everything's coming back. Hopefully. Hopefully. Apparently this virus gains
Spelled that
strength in the winter. I think this is just the new flu, guys. We'll just axe the flu. The coronavirus will just become the new flu. So then we can just call it the new flu, and then everybody can just go back to their new lives, and just we won't be worried about the coronavirus anymore.
You'd hope.
But that's for that one, another Marvel movie, Black Panther 2, starts production next year in Australia, March of 2021.
Australia.
So they're announcing some of those movies. Do you guys just realize like we'd be seeing Black Widow this week?
It's still crazy to think that it would have been this long to have waited for Black Widow.
But then we would have had
A few movies,
James Bond, Mulan,
New Mutants,
to hold us over.
at least those
Kingsman.
three. Anyways, it's very sad, and who knows if Unhinged will be the first movie to reopen the theaters.
It's going to
in
be
July.
sad because they're basing the fact that the shitty movie is just going to be the first movie to open, and everyone's just going to flock to the theater for it.
And then people are gonna fucking come back to our video.
They'll be like, "Look, it's doing so fucking well." Yeah, because it's the only fucking movie out there, you fucks.
Oh, I'm not
What
looking.
if Unhinged is the cause of like the third wave?
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
That would.
You could say the virus got unhinged at that point.
Edgar Wright's The Last Night in Soho got delayed for 2021. It was supposed to come out like August or September of this year, and so that's sad. What you looking at?
I take it the Green Knight got pushed back.
Yeah. Well, now it got pushed back. They just took it off the release date. They haven't said anything yet. Damn. So.
I just remember that it was on the board.
Yeah, that's why. When I opened up IMDb and I saw that it was gone, I was like, well, better wipe it away from the board because it's not coming out. Because that would have been great to see.
Yeah.
An actual awesome movie.
Yeah.
Like,
We knew nothing about it. We've only saw one trailer.
how are we doing like just like a top 5 midway of the year?
We're probably going to have to.
Because a top 10, there are a few movies that I don't want to say that are my top 10. But it's sad to think that so many movies that we could have seen and we didn't see any of them.
You know what? Let's just do a top 10 trailers.
There you go. Top 10 trailers of 2020.
Number 1, Unhinged.
For all the love and hate we got. Mostly hate. Did we get any love besides our friends? We got one. It was like the Modern Warfare 2
Yeah.
guy.
Mitchell actually kind of stood up for us.
He did.
It was nice, but then he's being a fucking cunt in this little group chat.
Oh my
So
God.
It's just like,
We don't
okay.
talk about it. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about Mitchell Gable. Lives at 123 Rainy Street.
Sounds real address,
I'm
right?
No, it's a King of the Hill reference.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's any more miscellaneous news before we go on to the big beefy thing. This isn't like, because I think Japan already announced that they were trying to open up their Disney World, but Universal Studios in Florida says that they're going to try to open up their theme park June 5th. So who knows if that's going to go through or not.
Fucking Florida.
But it's just crazy that like those theme parks have been like closed for like 2 months.
Bro, if they open, do we just kind of say fuck it and go? Because, like, who's going to be down there?
Dude, I feel like everybody's going to go, right?
Bro, when they open the beaches, like, granted, it's free to go to the beach, but
My thing is like when these places open, like I wonder what like they're probably gonna have like a limited capacity of people. Like they already have a set number, but they're probably gonna either have to cut that by like a third or like a half just to like space it out more.
Or
are they gonna have
seventh.
X's everywhere on the ground too?
Like and also like when you're waiting in queues, like how's that fucking gonna happen?
Yeah.
I thought that's probably where they'll have the X's then.
But like, I don't know. It's gonna honestly, like literally, when you're going to like an amusement park, you are waiting in line next to strangers for hours, and then you sit next to a stranger on a ride that thousands of strangers have sat on before.
And farted in.
Yes, and probably puked, shed some tears.
Peed in maybe a little bit.
I love amusement parks.
I love puke.
Nice. Puke is good. Sony, I guess, I don't know if this is the rumored film that Sony announced, but they're announcing a Spider-Man movie in development, and it's called Jackpot. Have you ever heard of that character?
Oh, yeah, I have heard of Jackpot.
Continue.
It's... So the best way to explain it is when you go to a casino
Okay.
and you play the slot machine,
Mm-hmm.
and you hit like bar,
Yeah.
and it says jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what jackpot is.
Oh.
I have no idea what the character's about though.
But yeah, so Jackpot, just Sony announced
Proud of that one?
they are making it. I have no idea if it's even connected to Spider-Man, but I just saw a few days ago that Sony had a hidden Spider-Man movie that just started to be in development, and now a few days later they say, hey, there's this Jackpot superhero girl movie coming out by Sony.
Superhero.
Dumb.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. And before we move on, just for me, thank you, Disney Plus, for the announcement
Anyways, guys, this has been LCR podcast number 70. I'm going to peace out of here.
of Muppets Now coming out July 31st. I'm really excited about this. My thing is, if anybody's watched the Fraggle Rock show, it's okay. It's cool.
It's great. It is the most amazing thing ever. How dare you? How dare you?
It's cool
How
that they're
dare you?
having like celebrities on it now.
How dare you?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Except for Jason Mraz, I was like, wow, that's douchey. But if they go that route, like of filming at home on like iPhones 11, really cool. Like it could change how like a lot of like, you know how like the news shows are doing it now. They're doing that kind of stuff, and so it could change TV, I guess. Not really movies, but more TV shows like that. But who knows?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, you know how like the news shows are like being filmed like in their homes and stuff, and like I just feel like
It's more like floating head.
yeah,
style.
like I wonder like if they're almost might go that route because it's probably cheaper. What do you think?
Like for like regular TV shows?
Like TV shows that like don't really need like sets. Like I guess more like like sitcoms maybe, or like where you could base it in just people's houses and you could just produce a show from somebody, like everybody's at home producing a show and they're not all going together onto like a studio set.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to what's more expensive.
Right? Like I wonder how expensive it is for some of these like comedy news shows to produce from out of their houses and stuff. And like sports, you know, all of their new stuff is being produced out of their houses and stuff like that. But
So I guess the biggest downfall is you can't get the angles
right.
as many as you could.
I don't know. I don't like it, and I hope obviously that's what the Muppets are going to do. They're going to use that formula. But I hope that once everything goes back to normal, they don't stick with that. Because it's cool, but it is kind of lazy. Like, I would want to see some, like, production put into it, not just a screen, pretty much, is what I'm trying to go for. But
everyone's going to start using the Mandalorian screen.
yeah, pretty much.
Let's be real.
That thing's a beauty.
My way. My way or the highway.
But I think I got quite a few things for the Justice League here. It happened, guys. You did it. You did it.
Social justice warriors unite.
Release the Snyder Cut officially happened. Congratulations, David. You proud of yourself? You proud of it? For all the like trash cans and bus stops and posters that you guys made. It worked. I will give them that. Like Warner Brothers was like, fuck it, fine. We're going to put it on HBO Max next year, 2021. Be there, be square.
Or be round.
Yes.
They call you a square because you're not around. Oh my god.
So, if anybody who doesn't know, I mean, kind of everybody should know who's at least watching this, that he was doing a watch along with Batman vs Superman, and then halfway through, Henry Cavill showed up, and he's like, "Hey man," and he's like, "Hey dude," and he's like, "Oh, I gotta reveal something." And then he held up a poster, and it said Zack Snyder's Justice League, HBO Max, 2021.
It was like what, a Q&A at that point?
Yeah, it was like kind of like the end of it, and they were just like hanging out, and he was like, "I gotta show you guys some stuff." It's really cool that it's finally happening, that we get to see Zack Snyder's vision come to life. I guess quick thoughts on his previous films, Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. What do we think?
Man of Steel?
Man of Steel was decent.
I really... DC. And
I
really enjoyed Man of Steel. I thought it was a pretty decent movie.
I thought it was okay. Nothing great. I really liked the end, like when Superman was forced to either kill Zod or let Zod just murder this fucking family.
See, like people fucking hated that because they're just like, oh, Superman doesn't kill.
But that's the thing. Like that put him in like such a
it's
and
a
like
plot
Superman was
point.
like struggling with it too. He's just like,
And like if you think about it, this was the origin of Superman.
yeah.
You're not gonna start off being like, I'm not gonna kill anybody. He's gonna kill somebody and be like, fuck, that was awful. I never want to do it again.
Especially one of his own people.
Yeah.
Fuck that. When Kevin Costner like went back to go save the family and like he was like gonna like go save him with the superpowers, but Costner was just like, no.
Wasn't it to save the dog?
Oh my god. I think you're right.
Yeah, we had this conversation because the dog ran and Costner was just like, I can't make it.
Oh, that's kind of dumb now. That's kind of dumb now. I thought it was like a family.
He was
I
saving
could be
him.
wrong.
I don't know. But it was still
But like,
kinda-
why did the family make it and Kevin Costner didn't?
I don't know.
Because he was standing. It's not like he was hurt. He's just like, no, because he was legit standing and he did that.
It was still sad. Kevin Costner, rest in peace.
I know we would sacrifice ourselves for our pets, but
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would not for a pet, for like pretty much my father. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, bye, Daisy.
it's like
I don't know.
You monster.
something that lives an eighth of the lifetime as you.
That eighth is part of us.
The dog was old anyway.
You know what? I don't fucking care. He doesn't deserve to get just fucking tossed like fucking Bambi on drugs.
What was the noise?
Goodness.
I love TikTok.
Oh fuck! It's hot.
But like, it's still a really good movie. I think it doesn't get the credit it deserves.
I think it's kind of
far as
almost like the
Superman movies.
black sheep of like the DC movies. Like it came out, right after The Dark Knight Rises, and so like it had a lot of
Amazing
hype
soundtrack.
to live up with
So
that,
good.
like coming off of the Dark Knight trilogy, and obviously it didn't meet those expectations. But I thought it was fine. I did fall asleep though during the final battle because that's when movies still came out at midnight.
What is with you and falling asleep during action scenes?
When they're repetitive as fuck. Transformers,
Fake fan.
Hobbs and Saw,
Fake fan.
Big fan.
and Man of Steel.
Big fan.
I've fallen asleep during all three of those movies.
Transformers is good though.
Not fucking Age of Extinction.
Okay, that's the only one though.
And that's the one I fell asleep.
Okay, well I'm still just saying you guys shit on Transformers, but they're still fucking great movies.
Yeah. Don't say you guys. I haven't shit on Transformers.
Okay, well I'm in general. You get a pass.
Thank you. Transformers.
But it's cool. Batman vs Superman. Honestly, I think I've only seen it maybe twice. I saw it in theaters. I know I saw it in theaters, but I don't know if I've seen it ever since then. And for that movie, it's just dull and boring. And
Doomsday
Someone
was
uses
just
a-
retarded. Doomsday was retarded.
Yeah.
He should not have been man-made.
it was so fucking rushed. That movie was you could just tell it was
Lex Luthor was
so rushed.
Is it
Bad
Doomsday man-made?
choice. Yeah, no, not in any other ones, but he was in this one. I'm pretty sure he's his own thing because he attacks Diana's homeworld. I think.
Because and
It's on
like
Earth.
What?
Diana? Don't they
Wonder
come from an
Woman.
island? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, not homeworld. Then just island. I guess. Maybe I'm just thinking of the movie.
He's probably...
what?
But yeah. Just his design alone. It's just too much reading to get into it.
His design was just you're just like this is the best you could put
Right.
into the like budget.
And Lex Luthor was stupid. I hated his casting choice.
This is my Jolly Rancher going in your mouth.
Like I get it, they were going for like they were trying to like take his role of like Mark Zuckerberg and turn him into like a villain pretty much, which he kind of already was in the social network.
And they used a jar of pee as a bomb.
Yeah.
Why?
And like
Like that scene is cool. Like Superman just like, I couldn't save these people. It was pee. How can I take this scene seriously?
I don't know. There was a lot of mistakes, but you could see, I guess you could see like Snyder trying, but you could just tell that from Man of Steel to this one, it was a lot more like studio heavy. There's a lot more like, hey, we gotta like fucking catch up to Avengers because that doesn't make any sense. Like,
but it also comes down to a core of like Zack Snyder's weakness as a director. I think we've talked about it before, and there's like videos about it. He's a great moment creator.
he would make fucking amazing music videos.
Yeah.
He would make amazing commercials. When it comes to like movies, he can design action really well, and you can like create a shot and it'd be like, whoa, that's really cool. But then when you have
But
two
apparently not enough
characters,
to keep you awake.
pretty much.
Apparently.
But when you have two characters talking, you're just like, oh my god, you suck.
Yeah, when you can't take those moments and stitch them together into a coherent story, it's just a hot mess at that point. That you don't make a good movie from a few moments. They make for great YouTube videos. Just like, oh, you remember that one scene? Let's watch that.
Yeah, you don't make a movie from a few good men either. You can't handle the truth. Thank you.
Like 300, obviously, like the war is good, but like all like the talking scene is boring. I think Watchmen's probably like
fine.
his best one
Yeah.
for like the overall movie, and Day of the Dead, his like remake.
Oh yeah.
Is that the one with Ving Rhames? No, not Ving Rhames. Yeah, Ving Rhames. No, wait, yes.
Sure. I only seen the movie once. I'm sorry. But that wasn't bad either, and you can definitely tell. You can see the beginning of like his style. He definitely has a style. He's just not the best as a director, but he has a style. So.
I'm excited for he has like a zombie movie coming up
for Netflix. Yeah,
it's got Chris D'Elia in it.
So,
Hi for my boy.
And so we come to Justice League that we saw in, was it 2017?
It was Ving Rhames.
It was.
Maybe.
Was it 2017 or 2016? No, it had to be 2017.
17.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, it's 17.
Yeah, so that movie, it came and went. You know, nobody saw it. It was awful. But I kind of enjoyed it.
It's just like Star Wars. It's a fun movie.
I enjoyed it more
If
than
you take
Batman
the story
versus
out of it.
Superman.
Oh yeah.
Like, one, you know, it's not as long. But, you know, like because Batman is obviously the thing that you want to look during that movie. Like, he's awesome in it, and
great choreography. It's brutal.
yeah. And so I guess that's where we're getting into here with all the kind of stuff that is going down with this new, because, you know, a while back on a few podcasts ago, there was like the poster competition, and the person that won was going to get to go on set for like some additional photography for some of the actors. And now that this is pretty much greenlit, we're getting a lot more information about what's going on. And one of like the bigger buzzes is a studio called Zoic, which they are like special effects and all that, visual effects. They will be redoing the movie's effects. Pretty much, before I begin into all of these little details, Zack Snyder has stated that the movie we saw in 2017 was a fourth of what he made. So pretty much the movie we are going to see next year is like completely different. Like, he's like, it's a completely different experience, a completely different feeling. Like, it's not what you saw. It's something different. So
20 million gonna be enough?
Who knows? I mean, I guess like you know, if you already have all the footage for the most part, you just put all your money into like the special effects,
right,
and then the little reshoots that you need. So with the special effects, it's not confirmed what they're working on, but rumors of the black suit for Superman. And do you guys remember the deleted scene in Batman vs Superman of Steppenwolf? And it was like a hologram of some sort, and he had like the cubes surrounding him.
Yeah.
So if you look at that model,
that was like their Thanos scene.
Yeah, like if you look at, I'll show it up really quick. If you look at that model, you're like, that's not the Steppenwolf we got in the movie. And obviously they changed it. So this is what he was supposed to look like in Justice League.
Fuck.
So the rumor is they're going to go back and make him look like this. The studio is going to change his look.
He's kind of like Egyptian-y.
Because like that was like the scene in Batman vs.
Oh,
Superman.
yeah, because doesn't like Jesse Eisenberg come back and see it?
So that's like the rumor is that they're going to go back and like not make him look just like a human pretty much. It was a very boring design for what they came up with.
It's interesting to say that what came out is a quarter of what you want it to be when the budget was estimated $300 million and you're going to finish said project with $20 million, the 3/4.
Well, I get
it's going to be a weird approach.
it's hard because like
There's
that
no way he's going to
300
get what he wants.
Well, that 300, I wonder how much of the reshoots cost with Josh Whedon after he had to step down, and like I don't know, maybe his budget was only maybe like 200 million or something. They had to do another 100 million for Josh Whedon's approach, but I have no idea. All I know is that Josh Whedon's not touching this version, so there's not going to be any comedy in it. Also, I guess I don't know the character's name, but he plays Adam, like the superhero. Snyder teased
like Adam Warlock. Oh, like the molecule
the Adam. Yeah. Snyder showed a screenshot of the actor who's supposed to play him in Justice League. It's like a doctor of some sorts. I'm not really into the DC ones, so obviously his character is going to be in the movie.
Bro, when do we get Adam Warlock though?
Wasn't he teased at the end of Guardians?
Yeah.
2?
I assume that'll
So
be.
probably 3.
I think Adam was also in the CW show where the heroes were like on a team and they went back in time.
I think so. Yeah, I think, and he's played by the Superman of the 2006. I'm
Something
pretty
like
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Adam.
Yeah. So his character is
Ray Palmer.
been teased.
But like, why? I don't understand why. When like this is based off of that comic, or at least has a lot of similarities with that comic.
The New 52 one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It was based off that one.
I'm not gonna say based, but there's a lot of similarities. Green Lantern, please.
Right.
He gave us a new Flash. Can we get a core member? Like I do like that the Martian Manhunter is coming back.
So he is coming back.
That's like the biggest thing.
Or not
is
coming
that
back, but being introduced. I mean,
the Martian Manhunter is going to be the newest edition because he was in Snyder's original cut, but obviously he didn't make it. So that's going to be like the biggest change. Is the Martian Manhunter is going to be in.
I don't
this
like the
cut.
idea of introducing not obscure, but a lesser known hero that isn't a part of the core of the JL.
Honestly, I feel like the only people that are going to be watching the Snyder Cut are going to be
Hardcore.
either like hardcore fans or like fans who are like, okay, yeah, I know about the Justice League. I know like it's supposed to have Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. You know, people like, for example, me who really kind of only watched the animated TV show, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, like, you know, Hawk Girl,
Yeah.
you know, all those other people, the Watchtower.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know,
And I guess that ties into this, the rumored 4-hour length of the movie, or it possibly being a miniseries, which it would be smarter if they set it up like that, because if anybody got any of the fucking memes out of The Irishman, is that a lot of people wished it was set up as a miniseries, as like 3 to 4 episodes, like The Hateful Eight is. The Hateful Eight's like extended version, which I still want to watch.
Has it been confirmed to be a movie like format?
Justice League? No idea.
Okay.
People are just speculating
So it's
either.
possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that it's around 4 hours, but now everybody's just like, oh, like, you know, The Irishman was like so fucking long, and everybody wanted that to be a miniseries. Maybe this will be like a 4-parter or something.
it's still like, I would still watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I would too, but you'd have to make it feel like a good stopping point each time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I remember like
So
With-
then that'd be so weird
well, like with the Lord of the Rings movies,
watching all in one sitting.
the first movie has such a good stopping point. Like you watch the first disc, and one of the like little hobbits say like, oh, like when are we gonna start going? And like that's when it stops, and then you put the next one immediately. The second and third, they just kind of stop, and you're just like, oh, like this isn't like I don't want to put the next one in right away. Like, and
Bro,
so
the Hobbit 2?
Yeah, that's it. That's a
Smaug?
fucking good ending right there when he's like, I'm fire, I am death. It's like, oh my god, let's go. And then you watch the third movie, and it's awful. But so I would be
We don't talk
for
about it.
I'd be for the movie because I could watch it.
Right.
But the miniseries could give it a little more like like if you finish an episode, you're like, press play next. So
It is on streaming, so it's like you have the choice to stop it.
mhm. Let's see. Ray Porter. He's not really a big actor. I looked him up. He's more of a TV person. A few like kind of just episodes here and there. He is confirmed to be playing Darkseid. So he's going to be the voice of Darkseid. Don't have any clue how big of a role he's going to have in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was... It wasn't like a big surprise. I guess he must have been confirmed to be Darkseid when the movie was filming.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously it got axed off and he was like, whatever. But he is confirmed. He's like, yeah, I'm back. I'm going to be the voice, or I guess more the role of Darkseid. So
I really hope this does well enough that Warner Bros. Is like, okay, Justice League Part 2 is coming out. Zack Snyder's taking the helm.
Is this going to be our
Hear me out.
pre-Josh Brolin?
hear me
Because
out.
wasn't there a random actor as Thanos before?
Yeah.
Look at this Hound lookalike. Who's he trying to be?
Wow, he is. That's, one thing, Warner Brothers, as of now, said this Justice League Snyder Cut won't change the DCEU plans, but only time will tell how successful it is. And then Warner Brothers is like, fuck it.
Warner Brothers being stubborn.
But the next thing to bring up is there's buzz. Anything can be fucking buzz. David sent me this. That Ben Affleck, the success of this movie, that Ben Affleck would consider becoming back as Batman, which brings in the possibility of just fucking go balls to the walls and do a multiverse kind of thing. If you have two Batmans already,
Yeah, fuck
and
it.
if you already teased the CW Flash with Ezra Miller's Flash in the show,
Fucking shit, better idea. You just kind of keep these these universes going parallel, but then eventually, after a few years, Pattinson become well, nope, never mind.
Better idea. Ruby Rose. Stop.
I was
Well,
gonna
isn't
say
like
that you could have Batman, Ben Affleck become old Bruce Wayne, and then Robert Pattinson become Batman, Batman Beyond. But I was just like, well, no, because he's already Batman.
we still need a Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Though.
I mean, they
And
could.
he's not Terry at that point.
Yeah, true.
What I was gonna bring up though, isn't like the Flashpoint comic like the big multiverse where like the Flash goes back in time to save his mom and like that just fucks up everything?
Yeah.
If that's the movie,
I'm so unhopeful of what that's
Was that what
gonna
it
turn
was?
into.
I thought he just accidentally went too fast.
No, because maybe he does that because that's when
I remember there was a movie where he went too fast into the future or the past or something.
Right. Because Flashpoint is the one where Thomas Wayne becomes Batman because Bruce died, blah blah blah.
and like obviously
And
they
Wonder
don't
Woman's at war with Aquaman,
all I'm saying
and the Anti-Flash is
is
there.
a multiverse. They could do it before Marvel. It could be a hot mess, but they would do it before Marvel. So
Yeah.
they did Wonder Woman before they got their first lead and Captain Marvel. So if they could beat them again to a multiverse one, that'd
Have
be
you
pretty
listened
cool.
to the Alonzo Bowden podcast yet for Joe Rogan?
Who is that?
Yeah, he's like a comic or something. I don't know. They talk about Marvel for the first 20 minutes, and it was kind of funny because they were talking about Captain Marvel, and Alonzo Bowden was like, it was a good movie, and it was all really well done. The only thing that they couldn't do was just give Brie Larson a good movie or something like that. I don't know. But it was funny. I heard it and I laughed.
For me, it's the director, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you had more of a charismatic director, you would have... Because Brie Larson's a great actress, and she can be really funny, like in the Jump Street movies.
Oh, that dress.
Or the Jump Street movie. Or she can be very dramatic, like in fucking Room. She got a fucking Oscar for that, so you know she's a great actress. Just give her the right director, and she can do something. So I guess it shows that, Every actor has their bad movies and their good movies, and that depends on like the script or anything like that. But like the script wasn't awful. It was more, in my opinion, the directors that failed at that. But they're definitely not coming back. I'm
just a girl.
Two things here. Deathstroke, the actor Joe
Manganiello.
teased. This is pretty cool.
I should have said Monticello.
He
Manicotti?
Lasagna. That's what we're thinking of. Thank
Manifesto.
you for coming.
he
Karl Marx.
teased that there is an end credit scene with him in it in the Snyder Cut version.
Okay.
And he put the emojis. He put sword, bat, skull. So, David, a lot of these like information is just Dave and I were texting each other. Is that he thinks the end credit scene is going to be like showing Deathstroke either like and Batman interacting in some way, which would have potentially led into the Batman movie, which probably would have had Deathstroke as like the main villain of that movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's awesome, but then you're like, fuck, that movie's not happening.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh, if there's the potential of it happening, if all the fucking stars align and everybody watches this and it's successful as fuck, but who knows? My thing is, everybody's like, yay, like, you know, like we're so happy that like the Zack Snyder's getting to do his movie and everything, and like I'm really happy. But then you're just like, is it gonna be good?
Yeah.
Right.
Zack Snyder doesn't really make good movies. Like, there's gonna be moments we're gonna like, and there's gonna be moments that we're gonna hate.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, are we ever gonna want to watch it again?
Yeah.
For 4 hours.
For 4 hours, like, and I like this is David's baby. He's going to.
Part of me really just wants to like fake this movie, like, you know, like, yeah, this was great, like, you know, on
like
camera.
Suicide Squad.
Kind of.
I want David to come down here when this drops because he needs to be on it because we need to have like a left wing, right wing debate about this movie because he's gonna come in with just like.
He would be the perfect person to have.
Yes, he's going to love this movie regardless because I think he still enjoyed Justice League, and
because I could be like, yo, I didn't like Martian Manhunter, and he's like, no, here's why you're fucking wrong. And I'm gonna be like, huh.
we need to get him a little drunk so he's aggressive. But like, yeah, our friend David, he's like the biggest DC fan that we know at least, and to the point where he told me, which is another thing, do you think this would get a physical copy?
Ooh, it would be a good way to make some money,
right?
Like for Warner Bros.
And it'd be cool. I would do it if there was a lot of like behind the scenes and stuff.
I would definitely like. It would definitely be a really cool special features purchase.
Yeah, like it'd be cool even if there was like HBO Max somehow like does like a documentary out of it, kind of like the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like a whole like season of a documentary, but just like a hour short of just the behind the scenes of the filming of these new scenes and stuff. It'd be really cool just to see that kind of behind the scenes stuff. But David said he will buy one to watch, and then he will buy one to frame and have a little title that says "My Bible." I'm like, oh my gosh, David, is it gonna be this good? Probably not.
Why don't you just frame like the comic instead? Something that's going to be superior.
Right, something that's never going to let you down.
Yeah.
And you can just read in 30 minutes.
Just buy the Blu-ray collection of Justice League Unlimited. That's a better Bible.
He actually, I think his parents got him like that really big Blu-ray box set of like all like the DC movies. They have no idea how many he's watched. Probably zero. But...
like Justice League Doom and like stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Fuck, like the animated one.
Like the 25 movies or whatever.
I've thought about buying that one.
Yeah, I did too. I remember I saw it at Best Buy, I think last Black Friday was like $100 or something.
That's pretty cheap.
And
I think when it came out, it was like $250.
Yeah, I was like,
but it was still a decent deal.
When you do the math, you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like $10 a movie, which is still.
Can we actually take that $20 million and put that into an animated movie? Please.
Not wrong.
I'm sure Ben Affleck would come back for that, just to do some voice over.
Maybe
some voice work.
Voice work, yeah. And then this is more of just kind of like a meme because who knows if this is going to happen. But after this release came out, everybody was doing hashtag release the David Ayer cut for Suicide Squad. In my opinion, we should be doing hashtag Gareth Edwards Rogue One cut. I would like to see that cut of the movie.
Yeah. Gareth Edwards is a great director in my opinion.
For a man that he's only made 3 movies, and I've only seen 2 of them.
Wait, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody else then. But I also really like Gareth Edwards because he also did really good stuff with Godzilla, Rogue One.
And the movie called Monsters.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to see that one.
That's
Roland Emmerich. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's great.
But I want to see that cut because that movie, from the trailer, it just looked a lot different from what we saw.
Knights of Ren. Just kidding. The Knights of Ren are fucking lame.
They're fucking lame. Yeah. Even if they were in Rogue One, I'd be like, you guys are still fucking dumb because you die like bitches.
Honestly, I think Rogue One, out of everything, is probably one of the best ones of the trilogy. Like out of everything.
Since Disney has bought Star Wars, it's the best Star Wars movie
because it's original, it's actiony, it fills in plot holes,
and it has the best scene that Disney's ever made.
Yeah. Also, like the fact that like you learn that the Star Destroyer,
don't disrespect the milk scene. That's your warning.
I will.
The fact that the Death Star actually has like a different function, like where it can just fire like a small laser beam and destroy like a section of a planet.
Right.
That's cool.
How it just leads into episode 4. Like, yes, like the final shot's like, eh. But like, you're watching the scene where he's fucking slaying bitches and you just want to put in A New Hope right after that because you're just like, I just found out what's going on. Let's watch this movie now.
Also, just, the way Tarkin looks, after his death was just, it was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure they did something after, like, production-wise, but
yeah, so...
Speaking of the spin-off, Solo was trending today. It's like Solo 2 was trending.
Gosh.
Another decent Star Wars movie that's better than the sequel movies.
I was talking about this in the group chat with me, Andrew, and Jacob and David, and I said that, we could still have Kenobi and Maul face off in Kenobi series, but what if we also see the new young Han Solo in the Kenobi series, so that way Kenobi's just like, oh, I know like this really good pilot in episode 4.
Fuck, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, so like when they go to the cantina, they're already meeting with Han Solo, and it's just like, oh, like, we don't have to like really talk about our past, but it's just like,
because they kind of know each other, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm trying to remember how he, like, the dialogue he says in A New Hope.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I can't say it.
I can't say it either, but, like, it does sound like they've had a past.
Right.
Yeah, we never saw that past. Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying.
That could happen.
It would be, like, honestly, I would be like, okay, like, if a second Solo movie happens.
I'm just saying, take what you wanted to take from the Solo movie, like the trilogy you wanted to make.
Yeah.
And just take those 2 movies and sprinkle it in the Obi-Wan series.
And then bring in, the guy who played Obi-Wan for a few episodes or something, like, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that. That'd be smart.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he can't be like a prominent character.
No.
But just enough to be like, hey, if I ever need you again, I'm going to hit you up.
Yeah.
And then that's like a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And you're just like, ah.
It seems like they might have a plan since they put, what's-his-face in Clone Wars?
Yes.
Like that little cameo?
Yeah. Paul
Bettany?
Yeah, Bettany. Put his little cameo in there. I definitely think that that's going to be a part of. Honestly, that makes so much sense. I think that's what like the route that they're going to go.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely not going to make another Solo movie. So might as well just try to put it in the Obi-Wan series. But yeah, I think that is everything I got. There was one little thing like video game news, like the CEO of like Sony PlayStation said that this PlayStation is going to be 100 times faster than the PlayStation 4.
I don't care if it's faster.
Yeah, I'm just like, let me fucking see it, bitch. Yeah. I need to see if it's ugly or not.
Let me not hear it.
Yes. Is it going to be fucking ridiculously loud? Is it going to fucking stutter when I try to open up a fucking like the PlayStation menu when I'm playing a game?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be glitchy? Like just.
I was talking to Jacob. I was like, I want 2 games at once. I want to be greedy. I want to have 2 applications open.
Oh.
I don't want YouTube in a game. I want a game in a game. So if I just get fucking bored at one game, fuck it. Just go to the next game, play that, and be like, fuck it. Just go back, forward. And you don't have to close the application, open up a new one. You can just have 2 float in there. And maybe YouTube.
Just turn it into a PC. Unlimited. Just put a big
honestly, if you could turn it on and it
motherboard.
just sounds like a fucking Tesla and just it turns on nothing, you're just like, oh my God. I'd be like, fuck it, $500 right now. I'll do it. Just because it sounds like that. Sounds like nothing.
Nobody cares about the design. Just make a box, put powerful shit in it, give it some beautiful circulation.
Yes.
Give it water cooling.
But do you guys have anything?
Go watch Avatar.
It's hot. Fuck.
You want to watch some Avatar?
No. Well, yeah. I thought you were talking about the James Cameron.
Yes.
When
Let's just
fuck
watch
am I ever gonna talk about
Avatar.
Last Airbender is finally on Netflix, and everyone is coming back to it because it's a great show. Probably one of the best shows to ever come out in this past decade.
Now it's like I want to start watching it, but it's like once I finish it, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I really want to watch The Legend of Korra.
Have you seen it?
No, I've seen like a few episodes at the beginning.
It's not as good. You haven't seen it either, right?
No.
It's still decent. The only thing that really sucks about it is like Avatar had its huge arc over 3 seasons. They didn't know they were gonna have like the
3
next season.
seasons. Yeah.
Well, they had 4.
Oh, really?
And so each season is kind of like its own contained thing. It's still nice and refreshing.
I remember hearing
really enjoy it.
Katara's backstory about how she learned how to bloodbend. Like that's dark.
I think I'm gonna start Rebels tomorrow
Is
because I just
ridiculous.
finished my show, and I promised Jacob that I would start Rebels after I finished Penny Dreadful. So, gonna do that.
And then we're getting our way through Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
This has been great.
It has been great.
Last of Us comes out in like 3 weeks. It's kind of far away when I just said that, but it's still coming out. Still no movies in June. Tenet, I don't know when you're coming out,
Tenet.
but yeah, when we do our if we're doing a top 5 movies first week of July, look out for that because that'll be you know the first half of the year. Yeah, I got nothing else. You guys, anything?
Let's wrap this up. It's fucking hot. Now I'm gonna go sit in front of my fan.
Oh,
I wish a time traveler would come back to you, Andrew. It's just like, listen, like after Bloodshot, he's like, Bloodshot's gonna be in your top 10 of the year.
No.
He's like, what the hell happens?
No. Honestly, I'd be like, what the fuck happens? Tell
Black
me.
Widow, Wonder Woman, James Bond.
Alrighty, guys. Well, this has been Andrew.
And Caleb.
Hey, Matthew.
Peace.